contain the full name, class, section, and name of the school, name of the subject, that is foundation of information technology, right? No subject code is needed over here because this is not a board subject. So name of the subject should be there, and what you are doing, you are what is the project on HTML website, or whether it is project on MS Access. Okay, so that you have to mention. Subject is already done, topic you have to mention, that is HTML or MS Access, and any other detail which is needed.
Ma'am,
Submitted to. Yes.
I'm on MS Access. What we have to do?
It is already specified in that group message. First, you read that group message, meet.
Okay.
Okay, there are 3 case studies. You have everything, and in that itself, the complete description you will find. So you first read that case study fully. फिर उसको आपको अपने सिस्टम पे करना है, उसका सॉल्यूशन भी दिया हुआ है साथ में. Understood? Where you
Ma'am,
have
what
to
if
create
someone don't have a computer?
1 second. What is?
Ma'am, what if someone don't have a computer?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I don't.
How
I
many
also
of
don't have
you
a
don't
computer.
have a computer? Please raise your hands. Just I need to just see, and I'll accordingly I will suggest
Ma'am,
a solution.
Or it can be a lappy.
It can be a laptop, it can be a PC, no problem.
Ma'am, I have both,
Ma'am,
but
for what we have
both
to do,
are
ma'am?
broken and kharab.
Okay.
Ma'am, I
Ma'am,
have a laptop, but I don't have access in it.
That you can simply install
Ma'am, I
the
have a laptop
application.
and
No,
I have
MS
access on.
Office. You have to Kushagra. Here we are trying to figure out a solution for the others. Okay, be a little considerate. It's good that you have it so you can easily do your practicals. But we are just trying to. You can suggest. I hope you can suggest a solution for those who don't have a laptop. Okay, so I want others also to come up with some constructive ideas on this. In the meantime, I'll also discuss it with my parallel teacher, and we'll figure out a solution, an alternative solution for you, right? So that you can do it. So okay, those who don't have okay, I'll first find out any mobile app for this where you can do it. I'm very doubtful. HTML, of course, you'll get a lot of mobile apps for coding web pages, but for your MS Access, I will find a solution. Today itself, I'll tell you about that, right? So don't worry, everything, whatever decision is being taken, it will be taken in the
ma'am,
best of students' interest only. Yes.
ma'am, there is an app,
What is it? Can you
Microsoft
just
Office.
Microsoft Office is we all are using, and yes, Microsoft Office mobile app is also there. So we just need to see whether it is a paid, it has in-app purchases, or you can use the apps for free. We just need to see that. So if you can just look into it. Okay, so we have few people here, Aditya, Soni, and Yashnil. Can you figure out? Can you just find out a little more about this? Aditya, Soni, and
Yes, ma'am, we will
Yashni,
try.
please find out some solution. And if you have, then you can create a video and upload it on your YouTube channel. So I would like to introduce Aditya, Soni, and Yashnil Borana. They have created their own YouTube channel. So you can just post it in the channel post here itself. I'll share it with the others. So what you can do is just find out about the solution, and if you land upon any such suitable app, you can just share it in the class, and I'll allow you to share your screen so others will also get. So will you be able to get this done by tomorrow?
Yes,
Aditya,
ma'am.
please do it. Okay, and in the meantime I'll also do it, right? So I understand this pandemic has really caused a lot of problems for all of us, but we need to find some alternative measures and solutions. So no need to worry. Even if you don't have a computer, some or the other alternative solution will be figured out for you. Okay. So we are going to continue with today's class. In the previous class,
Ma'am,
yes,
what was
Ma'am,
the
for
last day
this,
to submit that practical?
25th September is the last date. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes, yes,
Ma'am,
Brahma.
just
Hmm.
ma'am,
One
from
second.
where to download that access?
Yeah, every detail I'll give you, right? Actually, what is happening is we are using MS Office on our laptop. So we are usually getting this setup from some or the other source. Either we download it from a torrent site or from any other site. Most of us are using free activators for using it. Okay, and if you want to use it on your mobile, you can search in the Play Store. That day I was just going through it. I wanted to look for some word processing apps and I landed on MS Office. So you can get it and you can just check that out for today. I'll also check it out and then I'll let you know, Preet. Okay, so
Ma'am,
just
okay.
one day I
Okay,
need from you. Yes.
ma'am,
Yes.
okay.
ma'am, how to submit our practicals? Do we have to record our screen?
Yes, you have to record the screen. That's what I said. You have to record a minimum 30 seconds or maximum 1 minute video. First thing, the first screen which should be there is your the incomplete information which I just said, that I will also be sending in the group today. What all things should be there in that. So you can create a small handmade poster specifying all those details and just hold it so that I am able to understand that okay, yes, this is the group and these are the members and this is the activity, so I can accordingly give you the marks. And then you have to just give a run through, quick run through of what you have done. If it is a website, browse through the pages. Okay, show me this is what I have done, this is what is created. If you click on this button, it will take you to that page. So this way you have to create a 30 seconds to 1 minute video. This is for HTML. Okay, website. The second one, MS Access. Obviously, MS Access would be there on your mobile or your computer, and you just have to. The same procedure will be there. You have to
Ma'am,
explain. This is the table. These are the objects. This is what I have. 1 second. This is what I have applied on the table. This is the validation which I have applied. This is the input mask which I have applied. This way, you have to just uh, give a short explanation of it. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
And for your purpose, what you will be doing is okay, no, I think no, this much is enough. I'm not giving you any written work for this. इतना काम आप लोग
मैम
करना. Okay. Yes.
सैटरडे को हॉलीडे
Please speak in English, Yashnil. Okay. Please maintain the rule of language here.
मैम
Right? Huh.
ओके मैम मैम
Saturday. Why is
इज
it holiday? Yashnil, there is too much noise on your end. Okay, that's why I'm not able to.
सॉरी मैम
Hmm. If it is an official holiday, it will be announced in the group, in your respective class group. You'll get an official message. Okay. So far, no news is there. Hence, it is a working day. Okay. Fine. So now you can put your
Ma'am,
hands down. Yes. Hmm.
ma'am, I'm asking for like I have created my web page already. So,
No, you
ma'am,
don't have to create it again. If you have made any whatever you have created, was there somebody with you? I think Jigyasa is with you, no?
yes, ma'am.
हाँ, तो आप क्या करना कि you people can shoot divide the parts among. Yes, one very important thing, Rachit. This is for you also and others also. All those who are working in a group, do not take the first of all you appoint a group leader, right? Second is what you have to do is divide the work. The group leader is going to divide the work. That is the group lead. If you have 6 web pages total in your website, so one, and there are 3 members in the group, so one member is going to take up 2 web pages, other is going to explain 2 web pages, other is going to explain 2 web pages, right? So they will be doing this part at their own end. वो अपने घर पे करेंगे, ठीक है? And you are going to send your part of the video to your group leader. The group leader is going to combine these 3 videos and create a final video, and that final video you will send me. And group leader will make sure that you have a placard. First of all, the first scene on your video should be a placard depicting all the details of your group, your project, okay, with subject and all those things. Understood, Rachit?
Ma'am, but one doubt,
Hmm.
ma'am,
Hmm.
1 minute, like very less time because explaining a full
Okay,
website.
no problem. See it. You can keep it as 1 minute. You can keep it is 2 minutes. Okay,
Yes,
or you
ma'am.
want more time? बेटा
2 minutes.
ज्यादा नहीं एक्सप्लेन करना है ठीक है मेन थिंग आई जस्ट नीड टू सी दैट दिस विल जस्ट बी अ प्रूफ दैट यू हैव डन समथिंग बस उतना
Okay.
होना है सो 2 minutes आई एम गिविंग यू मैक्स ओके आई थिंक
Okay.
2 minutes should be sufficient for everyone right
Yes, ma'am.
fine any other doubts anybody has you can ask me students
Ma'am,
okay any doubts you
Ma'am,
have yes
ma'am,
ma'am,
in
in that
access,
explanation,
one at a time beta first you raise your hands raise your
yes,
hand and
ma'am.
I'll give you okay who is it Arnav Rajput yes you ask first
ma'am, in that website, do we have to just explain the some important tags also that we have used this
No,
tag
no, no,
here?
no, no, no. I don't want the tag. I just want what you do is you first explain ki I have made this. This is my home page, and here you can scroll and you can see the images. You can see these details. If I click on this menu option, it will take me to another web page where you can see the required details of the various tourist destinations in Bhopal, and this is the information. So this is where you how you are going to explain and after that at the end of your video you are just going to show me a glance of your code कि मुझे ये पता लगना चाहिए कि भाई कोडिंग तुमने बनाई है तुमने कहीं से कॉपी नहीं किया है am I clear just little bit some
Yes, ma'am.
part of it maybe 30 seconds out of your 2 minute video or 15 seconds you can just spend on showing me the code which you have done clear just show me that folder on your computer this is the folder where this is the code these are the web pages khatam got it
Yes, ma'am.
okay yes brahmjot
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in that for that MS Access, we have to do only one of those three case studies, right?
one of those
And
three
yes,
cases
ma'am. And for that case studies, like if we are explaining that input mask or that restricting the data, then do we have to explain that we are entering, but it is not accepting like that?
no no see मेन थिंग्स 2 मिनट में आप जितना एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हो मेन जो चीजें हैं if you have like data validation is a major feature input mask is a major field you can just explain on this field I have applied input mask on this field I have applied lookup and relationship hence you can see the and then you can just show the drop down list on that particular field okay input marks what is happening in the foreground in the data sheet view wo dikhana hai background mein kya ho raha hai like I said about html at the end you can just show me a small glance of the design view what it
Okay, ma'am. Yes.
okay
Ma'am,
yes yes
ma'am, I have not a computer and desktop, so how can I make the
हाँ बेटा
HTML web
मैं
page?
वही बोल रही हूँ देखो that only I am explaining we are going to first find out 1 day time I have asked for everyone and even Aditya Soni and Yashnil are also going to help us out okay so 1 day time I have asked and I'll also discuss with the parallel teacher about an alternative solution for those who don't have access to computer got it mother just wait for
Okay,
one more
ma'am.
day right
Okay, ma'am.
okay
Thank you,
yes
ma'am.
anybody else you can ask all your doubts right now okay those who have raised their hands they can put their
Ma'am,
hands down yes
can you tell once again that what we do on MS Access? You have tell.
ms access I don't have the screenshot of the book right now so most probably by day after tomorrow I'll be showing that screenshot of the book so that is your chapter it applications in your textbook you will find a chapter if you have your books with you those who have the books with you you can just open it
Yes, ma'am.
you can find a chapter it applications there you have projects related to html and ms access so you have to open the ms access panel there you'll find three case studies that is three different types of databases okay library management school management institute management something like this would be there right so out of those any one you have to make so you just read that first it's the question is explained in 2 to 3 pages So every detail has been given there. पहले आप वो पढ़ो बेटा है ना, and then I'll be of course explaining it day after tomorrow, right? Okay, so shall we begin with today's class? Any other question if you
Yes.
have, you can ask me, or I'll begin with today's class. Yes.
Can we make the access sheet with two of groups? Means
Yes, I told you that only. HTML or MS Access, whatever project you are doing, the procedure will be the same. Okay, that is, you can make it individually or you can make it in a group. The group shouldn't have more than 3 members.
okay, ma'am.
And you can divide the work.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, in Access we have to make the video also
Yes,
of
that's
that.
what I said. Yes, you have to make a video of Access also, beta.
Ma'am, we have to do
Okay, ma'am.
HTML and access both or any one.
You have to do both because there are 10 marks allotted to each one of them and your practical is of 20 marks.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so let's begin with today's class. If you have any other query, you can ask me through WhatsApp. Today, first thing first, I'm going to give you one assignment. Hands-on computer on page number 106. You can see it. Open the database, employee details. Once again, create a relationship, which we did in the previous class. Now here it is a relationship between employee and emp info table using the common field that is employee ID. As I had explained, employee table contained what? Employee ID, employee name, department, designation, salary. And emp info contained employee ID, employee name, address, age, email, website, the personal information. Got it? So what you have to do is you have to create a relationship between both these tables, that is employee and emp info, using what? You have to use the common field that is employee ID. Understood? So this employee
Ma'am,
ID, yes.
ma'am, I have searched on this Chrome that Android free HTML editor can be used on Android
Then
for
you just
creating
post it. Just send me the post over here in Microsoft Teams, and I'll at the end of the class, then I will share this with everyone. Okay, or you can post it in the group also.
Okay, ma'am.
Right? Huh. Very good. Thanks for suggesting, dear. So
Ma'am,
yes.
ma'am, just now I found 6 apps for Android for HTML
Okay.
code.
So beta, can we just keep discuss this at the end of the class? थोड़ा सा आप लोग
Yes,
पढ़ाई भी हो जाए, है ना? So we'll discuss this at the end of the class, right? Okay, so we have primary key. Employee ID is a primary key within empinfo table, whereas within employee table, it will act as a foreign key. Although it will contain unique values in both the tables, right? Then you have to create a relationship using the relationship tab, as I had explained. Those who have not understood, you can see the recording of the previous lecture. Okay, now start a new select query in the design view. So this is the query. Add both the tables to the query window and add the following fields from the, so what all fields you have to add, that is also given to you. And add the criteria to show employees with basic salary more than 50,000. So what you will do, for the column basic salary, you will just type in the criteria section greater than 50,000. Run the query to see the result and save the query. Will you be able to do this on your own? Very easy, just like the way we had done. We had designed the query in the previous class.
Yes, ma'am, we can do.
Okay. Next
Yes,
is we
ma'am.
are going, okay, very good students, very good. So now next is we are going to see MS Access forms. You have a copy with you, you can just write a few
Ma'am,
lines about it. Yes.
ma'am, we can do, but we don't have MS Access.
Yeah, I understand, dear. That's only I'm trying to figure out a solution. So after the class, I will be finding out an app. So so that you can easily do it on your mobile phones. Okay, these days nothing is impossible on your mobile phones also. Almost all the activities which you do on your computer, you can do them on your phones also. So I'll be first finding, like one student found an app, like, right? So there should be some or the other app for you to practice everything on your phone. So just one day you give me, I'll
Ma'am,
find out and tell you. Yes.
can we use the old version of this?
Old version in the sense you can use MS Access 2007, you can use 2010.
Hmm.
Do you have any other, that 2003 also? If you don't have any other option, you can use 2003 also.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So MS Access forms. Forms are user interfaces. What are user interfaces? It is a connection or a junction point between user and the database. It is a mediator between the database, that is your backend, and the user. Okay, it acts as a front end for the backend. So database is something which is in the background. ये आपका database है, and I will represent database by this. So this is my database. Database is usually represented by this, that is a hard disk symbol, a cylindrical symbol. Okay, just to represent that it is what? It's a database. And so this database forms a backend because it stays in the background, and usually the people who are handling this are DBA, that is database administrator. So database administrator or database programmer, these are the people who are working on the database. They have access to all the details of the database. But the user who is sitting over here, the user is a simple data entry operator. दोनों के बीच का डिफरेंस समझो. DBA, he might be getting paid in lakhs, whereas data entry operator, he is hardly earning 5,000 rupees for a full-time work or an 8-hour duty every day. Even lesser than that. Okay, कोई औकात ही नहीं होती है data entry operator की. Right. So data entry operator is a person with very limited knowledge, as I have already explained. So what we need to do is, for the data entry operator, we need something which will provide a user interface, that is a front end. Okay, a nice visually appealing form. I'll give you an example of form. Okay, so I'm just switching on to my browser here, and I'll give the example through the school website, right? So here I'm just going to type the school website, montfortbhopal.com, and here I'm going to click on this link here, registration for admission. So I'm going to click here, and you can see in a short while a page opens. So this is the welcome page. If I click on this click here register now button, it takes me to the application or admission form. So here what you can see, select class. You want to seek admission in any of these three classes. So class 1, okay, you enter your name here, your surname here. I'm not going to enter because I'm already a teacher and I don't want to go back to class 1 now. Okay, so and you can enter all the details. So now what is this? This is something which is very easy for the data entry operator to say, or not only the data entry operator, for the person, you can also do it for your younger siblings or your cousins. Okay, so you just, all you have to do is just fill in everything, and the moment you click on continue or submit button, continue is for some other additional options, that is paying online admission fee or anything else could be there, and at the end you will have a submit button. The moment you click that submit button, this submit button would be here, and the moment you click on the submit button, the data is saved into the database. डेटा सेव कहाँ पे हो रहा है, डेटाबेस पे सेव हो रहा है, ओके, बट उठ के कहाँ से आ रहा है, डेटाबेस से ही उठ के यहाँ पे डिस्प्ले हो रहा है, understood. So data entry operator can see what is there in the table, okay, and what he has to do is just enter the details here wherever the space is provided. If the space is for entering name, he will just type the name there, he will select the class, everything, and click on submit, and everything gets stored over here, understood. And he is not given the privilege to delete anything, उसके पास delete का privilege नहीं होगा. He will be able to add something, he will be able to modify the records, but not delete any record. That privilege only lies with the higher authorities. That is, it lies with the DBA. If the school principal wants, the school principal will also have, or the office people, they have this authority of deleting someone's record. Like someone has applied for a TC. Now there are numerous factors which are there. Somebody might not have cleared the dues, so the school cannot issue the TC to that student. So till then, a class teacher is entering the data, or the receptionist is entering the data. If I give this privilege delete to the receptionist, the parent comes and says, okay, मैंने अपने बच्चे को निकाल लिया है स्कूल से, आप इसका नाम काट दो. What will happen? The receptionist is blatantly going to delete that record. And what is discovered? That they have not cleared their dues, and the school has removed the name from the list. So there could be numerous discrepancies. So certain privileges are not given to the data entry operators, but those privileges lie with the higher authorities, either with the DBA or with the higher authorities or people at a higher level in the school organization hierarchy. Got it? So this is what a simple user interface, that is a form, which we are going to now create in MS Access. So I hope you all understood the purpose of a form, why a form is needed. Now let us jump to creating a form. So for creating a form, first of all, I'll switch on my Glassbrick application. Okay, I'll be first. Again, there is a precondition here, that is your database should contain at least one table to create a form, because a form is also dependent on table. To create a query also you need a table, to create a form also you need a table. We'll go to the create tab over here, and you can see the forms group. Within this, we are only going to concentrate on two options, form and form wizard. So first I'm going to click on form. Tell me which table is selected over here. The table selected is book. So that is why the form wizard, the form option directly creates the form for which table? Book table. So you can see the very first record, book ID 1, book name, price, total copies purchased, total amount. When I scroll down, here you will find a few more options. Record number 1 of 4. This button is for checking the next record. Okay.
Attendance.
Yes, wait. So this is used for checking the next record. This is for going to the last record. So you can see it over here. This is the last record. This button is for seeing the previous record. So you can see the previous record, the first record. Okay. So this is the navigation panel. You want to search for anything. So suppose I want to search for anything with the name with book ID 3. So I'm just going to type 3 and press enter. And you can find in this current record itself, you can find that purchased is the data which starts with 3. Understood? We don't have much need for this option here. Okay. So this is how you can enter. Now right now this is which view over here? It is the layout view. So I'm going to go to the form view. So when I click on the form view, now over here, you can enter any record. How can you enter any record? Just look over here. Can you see this button? This is for a new or blank record. So when I click on this button, use the size. Yes, too much magnification, it doesn't work. Okay, book ID new. So the moment I just start typing the book name, it will give me the book ID. Okay, press enter and it moves easily moves on to the next field. So I enter it. Total number of copies, I have 400 copies. Purchase, nobody, it is a very new book which has been added. No one has purchased it yet. So I'll leave it as 0 and press enter. Total amount is going to be what? So total amount. Now what I can do is, instead of uh, doing this, I can set total amount in the book table as calculated. So I can always make that change. So ये तो मैंने बना लिया. One record has been added. I can click on save. Form name. Now I have to save the form, so I'm just going to type here book form instead of bookworm, book form. Okay, so I have saved this. I can close this. Now I'll go back to the book table, and here what I'm going to do is total amount I need, because number of purchased items are 0, so total amount is also 0. So what I'm going to do is again go back to the form. So here you can see in the forms panel, book form. When I click on it, this is the one which I had created earlier. I'm coming to that. So this is the book form which I had created. So now on this, I'll be going to the record number, the last record which I had entered, that is art of living, and let me enter some values. Suppose somebody purchases 12 copies, press enter and you can easily find the total amount being updated over here. So data you don't need to save, because data gets auto saved into the table, right? Now what you can do is make some changes to this book form. Make it look like this. How can you make it look like this? So you can see that there is a background image, there is a nice library information management label over here. The font has changed. I have included a picture also over here. So this way I can make it look good. So for that I'll have to again click on view, go to the layout view, and from here I can insert all the different things. So firstly, let us come to this. You can change the theme of it. Suppose I want to change the theme to this. So I've changed the theme and you can see it takes up a nice color, that is a purple color over here. If I just change the view to form view, you can just see that, right? Not much is visible over here. So we are going to add certain other things. Now, because one field is selected, you have to click outside. You can see insert image. When you click on image, you will find some images and you can also search for some images. So I'm going to go to browse and I will look for some nice background images. So all of them are in design folder, and let me just find out some nice image backgrounds. So I have some image backgrounds over here. So I'll go for this background image and click on OK. And okay, this image is a foreground image. I don't need a background. So I'll again go back. I'll go. You can see that because I had selected that image, it appears over here. I'll again go to browse and I want some kind of a logo there. So I'll just click on it, and maybe this is a logo. So I'll click on this and I'll just add a logo over here somewhere. So you can see it over here. Second. One sec.
Ma'am, somebody is unmuted.
Somebody has unmuted me. I'm unmuted here. I'm the presenter, so I'm unmuted. Can you hear me, Preet?
Yes, ma'am, but
Yes, ma'am, we
there
can
is
hear.
a lot of noise from somewhere.
What happened? What happened?
Ma'am, there is a noise from somewhere.
Noise problem. Okay. Um, right now everybody is muted over here, so I'll mute them once again. See now, are you getting the noise still?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
No, ma'am.
ma'am.
Now it's
Yes. Little.
Okay. Just give me a quick hand raise. Those who are getting a noise in the background.
Ma'am,
One
I am
second.
getting noise, not now.
Okay. Okay. Are you all getting the noise? Nivedita, Yagni Meena, what type of noise are you getting in the background? Right now, everybody is muted. You shouldn't get that noise. Maybe some problem with your microphone or something. Just check it. One sec. Yes.
There is sound of some sabji
In,
wala at background.
oh,
My
yes.
Not
Now
Sabjiwala,
see,
I
there is
think
a
it's Bhangar
Yes,
construction.
wala.
yes, ma'am.
Kabadi
There
wala.
is a
Ma'am, your voice
construction
is
going
coming,
on.
but there is
yes,
noise
ma'am.
from somewhere.
Actually, there's a construction going on in the house just in front of our building, and there are hawkers, occasional hawkers passing by. So that we cannot have can control that. So I'll close the door. Maybe I kept the door open. My window is open today. Actually, my window is also open and my door was also open. So that's the reason why there was some noise in the background. Is it? I hope it should be okay now because it's quite quiet right now.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am. Now it's okay.
fine. So we are good to go. So you can see that I have inserted an image over here. So you can insert your image or the company's logo over here, anything like that. Now logo. So you can insert a logo. Usually logo is something which appears over here at this corner. Okay. So I'm going to insert a logo. So I'll click on this and maybe I can insert some logo. So I'll go to pictures and here maybe I'm not going to take this one because it gives a negative message. So I'll go to designs and wait a sec. Let's see. Just give me a second, okay? I'll just find out some nice images and tell you. Okay, suppose I'm taking this as the logo, right? Click on OK and you can see this over here, but it is very small. You can just increase the size. You can just drag it downwards and let me see if I can increase its size. So if I increase its size, it is going to increase. So logo should be very small actually. So for this you have to yourself I'll just right click and see if I can change it. So no, I cannot do. We don't have much options here. So logo should be something which is very small. So it is appearing over here only when I increase its size, you'll be able to see it. Can you see this? So we can have a logo and logo is usually very small. That's the reason why you have to keep the image originally very small. Coming to the next one, that is book is written. So I don't want book here. I want to write bookstore management. So I wrote bookstore management. I can change the font. So I'll select everything. And from here, I will go to the format option in the form layout tools tab. From here, I can change the format. So let me change it to something which looks a bit okay. Okay. And I can also increase the size. So I'm going to increase it till here so that I can add a few more dashes. So I can add a few more dashes. This is how it is. And I can also change its font, so you can see the font size. So this is the font size. I increase the font size, but now I'll have to reduce the number of dashes here. So this is how you can make slight adjustments in it. Okay, so this is what you can do, and you can also change its color using all the formatting options, such as I can change the color to this. So this is how it will appear. Bookstore management, you can give an underline to it. Now next comes, okay, let me try to change this. So I've selected this logo over here, and let me see if I can just change it. So I'll go to shape fill. Okay, I don't have options for this, right? Fine. Okay, we can't make any more changes here. Next is background color. So I'll go to format, and here you can see background image. So we'll click on background image, and if you want, you can give an image in the background. So I'm selecting this one. So it appears as my background image. So with the background, I need to also darken the font color. So now I have darkened this color. I'm giving it an underline style also. So I'll be underlining this. Unfortunately, underline doesn't appear over here. Okay, next is book ID, book name. So I'm going to select. Now, students, one thing I want to tell you. This what you are seeing over here. This thing, I'll take a screenshot and I'll explain. 1 second. I'll make it even bigger. Now look here. These what you see here. These are known as label controls. Your form is made out of controls, various controls, right? So this is a label control. Label control is only for displaying any text, right? These white colored boxes which you see here, these white colored boxes are known as text box control. Text box control is used for both input and output. That is, you can write something beforehand on this, so that will be for displaying something or for output, and you can also keep it there for input. That is, user will enter something into it. So it can be used for both input and output, whereas label control is only used for output. That is, whatever you type here, it will be visible to people, but people won't be able to type anything in this. So book ID, book name, I just want to specify that this is the placeholder where you have to enter the book ID, or this is the placeholder where user has to enter the name of the book. So that is why for these labels, for these headings or field names, I am using what? Label control. So these label take their values from the field names within the table. टेबल में जो फील्ड्स होंगे वही फील्ड्स यहाँ पर लिए जाएंगे as the name of the labels. Understood? Just a second, students. Yes, okay, fine. And these are the text boxes where user is going to enter some data. And this is usually an image box or a picture box. Got it, everyone? So now one thing you learned today, that is creating a form and changing some parts of it. In the next class, we will see form wizard and report wizard. And with that, our chapter will be complete. So thank you, everybody. See you in the next